So I was thinking, and recently I've noticed that many people tend to tell me that I'm someone who is like the same, I guess. Like I indulge in the same things over and over again. Like I don't like variety or difference, I guess, when it comes to the things that I like. And that is true. That is very true. I to me that is very true. So, I wanted to make this video specifically to talk about the media that I like and that the stuff that I listen to over and over again or do over and over again, because to me those things are very important. And though I don't really know why I do things like, I don't know why I like the same things or listen to the same things or do the same things. However, it's obviously important to me. And once I like something, I'm gonna like it for a really long time. So I want to talk about some of the things that I've been really liking recently. So the first thing I could think of is that recently I went to Your Arms Are My Cocoon concert with my boyfriend and my friends, and my life freaking changed immediately. I like music a lot. I really do love music. I'm not the biggest, like, I don't know every single artist, obviously, but I do like music a lot. And I never, Your Arms Are My Cocoon, I guess, is more of a, like, screamo, Midwest emo band. And I never really have been into that at all. However, recently I had been getting into Midwest emo because of Joyce Manor, and I really like their music a lot. And so I went to the Your Arms Are My Cocoon concert, and it was crazy, but it was so fun. Like, I never been to like a show like that. I guess it's more of a show, but it was just nice. It was like art, basically. It really was art. Like the moshing and stuff. It was scary. I was scared because I was scared I was gonna get like punched in the face. And I almost did. But it was like genuine. Everything was genuine. Moshing to me is a very genuine thing. It's very emotional, and I don't think most people think that. I think they think it's crazy, maybe. I feel like if I were to tell this to, like, my parents or something, they'd be like, girl, what? But it really is a beautiful thing to me that you feel so connected to the music that you could just do all that stuff that they were doing. So yeah, but back to the music, it was just amazing. That band is so good. I actually had listened to them before I went to the concert because I got invited to the show, but I never really listened to them. So of course I had to do my homework. And when I was listening to them, it was good. They have really good songs. Like when I listen to them, they have a song called Snowy, and I really liked it. And yeah, I forgot the other songs I like. But it's just all good songs, and I liked it. And the thing about like music like that, like screamo music and Midwest emo music, I know the point of it is that their voices aren't supposed to sound like nice, quote unquote, like good. Like they're not supposed to be like to the general public's liking, I guess. But I love, like, with screamo music, all that kind of music, the voices to me are what makes the freaking song. I love, like, the screaming and stuff, just everything. Like, it's just raw. It's so raw. And the emotion, it's just so raw. Seriously, like, I just love it so much. And I think that's why I'm getting into it now, because I didn't, when I first listened to it before, I wasn't really listening to it. It was more just like, I want to dance, I want to get up and dance vibe. But now that I can sit down and listen to it, it's like really, it's just there, like everything's there. And I'm someone who technically just a little bit believes that the vocals are what makes a song. I don't know. I can listen to an acapella. I can listen to someone sing acapella. I cannot listen to an instrumental. Like, literally, Ethel Cain, like, her song Strangers by Ethel Cain, I can listen to her vocals without the background music in that song over and over again. All of her songs on that album, I can listen to without, if she made that album just like her voice and without the instrumentals or anything, it would cook. It would cook. It would cook. I feel like the, like, people's voices just give life to a song. Of course, the beat or like the acoustics and stuff are good too. Those are absolutely beautiful. I can name many songs that have really beautiful backgrounds. Elliott Smith does that a lot with his acoustic songs. But even with Elliott Smith, I just love his voice. His voice, it's like just beautiful. It's beautiful, seriously. That's why I struggle like listening to some artists who I like, the song is good, the acoustics are good, everything is good, but I don't like their voice, and then I'm a bit turned off from the song. But I don't know, that's just personal for me, because I can feel it in my soul. I can feel their emotion in my soul. Like, the music helps, of course, but their voices is what does it for me, honestly. But anyways, on topic of music, I've also been listening to recently, since I've been into music. Well, this isn't really like, this is more like, I don't know what genre they are. I don't want to say the wrong one. But Panic at the Disco, I've been listening to their album Can't Sweat a Fever Out or something like that. I honestly don't know the title of the album, but I have been listening to that album over and over and over and over again on repeat. Bless their souls, Ryan Ross, rip. Ever since when Ryan Ross left, thank you, Ryan Ross. When he left, everything went downhill. So thank you, Ryan Ross, for giving us that album. It was amazing. That album was God sent. I'm telling you, honestly, I haven't listened to the full album. During like freshman year, I got into Panic. Or not even freshman year, like 8th grade, middle school, I got into Panic, but I never listened to the full album. But I have listened to it recently, and it is so good. Especially the live in Denver 2006. They cooked. It was a cook. They cooked. Someone cooked here. It is so good. Everything about that album is amazing. There's not one skip on that album, except the only song I skip is the intermission, because it's not really anything, it's just intermission. But yeah, that album is amazing. My favorite song on that album is Camisado. That is my favorite song on the album. And my second favorite song is like, build God and then we'll talk or something. Guys, I'm not good with song names, but basically that's a song on the album that I've really like. It's just like he has Brandon Urie. When he first started out, his vocals were amazing. I know like his technique is not that good, but his vocals are beautiful. They're beautiful. And Ryan Ross, literally, I wish in that album they would have given him more parts, because listening to the Live in Denver, it's so good. His voice is beautiful. He's really an excellent songwriter. Honestly, it's very sad that he left, because I think that if he didn't left, they maybe wouldn't have gone down the path that they went to. But I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, who knows what would have happened. But yeah. So, also recently I've been watching TV shows. I can never like finish one show, honestly. I always start watching a show, watching it, and then if it even gets a little boring, like even just a little, or also I stop watching shows when it gets to the last episode or the last few episodes, because I'm like, oh my gosh, like I don't want this to end. So I just don't finish it. So I'm not the best show watcher at all. However, recently I have been watching Yellow Jackets, and that show is so good. And I know that the concept of like, oh, they crashed the plane crashed and they're in the middle of nowhere and they have to create a new society, whatever. That's like a common theme in many movies and shows and books. Like, I don't honestly, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's kind of what happened in The Lord of the Flies. Though I don't think they were on a plane. But that's also what happened in the show Lost. And that's also what happened in the true story, Society of the Snow. So there's like lots of things like that. However, which Society of the Snow was amazeballs. That movie was amazing. It's just like the idea of, this sounds weird, but the idea of getting stranded to me and having to like create your own society and go by all these rules that wouldn't really be considered normal in normal society, whatever that is, by normal standards. Well, okay, like in Yellow Jackets, they have to cannibalize their friends. Well, they don't have to, but they do. They don't have to, but they do cannibalize their friends. And if we did that, if they did that like an everyday thing, like just in their daily lives, it would be a little weird. But they like low-key have no choice since they're in the woods. It's just like stuff like that. And then they create their own laws and their own rules and all that stuff. I just think it's crazy to see how people would do that. It's like a psychological thing. Honestly, I know there is a supernatural part of the show. However, I wish there wasn't, and it was just like they went crazy. They're crazy, and they're trying to justify their craziness by doing all this stuff, or thinking that all this stuff, like something is making them do it. But I guess that wouldn't be very interesting. It would be interesting to me, but that's just me. But anyways, yeah. But also, ever since the TikTok ban, I have been watching like just a lot of shows, and also YouTube. I watch so much YouTube. I love YouTube. Like, ever since the TikTok ban, TikTok was literally banned for one day, and I consumed so much YouTube. Even over the summer, I was watching a lot of YouTube. When I was sick, I would just sit in my room and watch YouTube for days on end. and I still do that. So obviously I have come acclimated to certain videos that I religiously watch over and over again. And one of those like genre videos is video essays. I love video essays, especially when they're about books and stuff. It's just like, I don't know, hearing people like form their own opinions about it. I can watch it all day, or like stuff like that. It's just wonderful to me. It really is. And I also like videos that are like explaining this, like explaining this genocide, which is an extreme example, but I was watching something like that today, where it was like explaining all these genocides and just stuff that explains things historically. I've been into that stuff a lot. I don't know much about history, to be frank. Anyone could tell you that knows me that I don't quite know much about history at all. However, those videos to me have just been interesting, like the history of different stuff, or like all these groups and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I don't want to say cool to watch, but it's just interesting that all that stuff has happened and it's real. Like, stuff like that happens and it's real. Unfortunately, that's very sad. But anyways, I've also been watching lots of, well, I watch a lot of vlogs, but they're less vlogs and more like video diaries, I guess. But I guess that's the same thing. I don't know. It's just very peaceful watching someone go about their day and just talking. I like it. I like watching videos where I low-key am paying attention, but I low-key don't have to pay attention at all. Like, literally, I will watch YouTube and then turn on a YouTube video and then sit on my phone and play Block Blast. I'll turn on like a 2-hour video and sit on my phone and just play Block Blast for hours and listen to the video like it's a podcast. I do that all the time, and I've gotten too used to that. I do that with movies now and shows like that. I don't watch it. I just turn it on and just play my game, which I love. The perfect universe for me recently has been sitting in my school's library and literally just watching YouTube, eating a bagel, and playing Block Blast. Like, just thinking about it now is making me it's making me excited. Like, that's the best part of my week, honestly. And I go to the library every single day for like hours on end to do exactly that. And of course my homework, but I mostly watch YouTube in the library. So yeah, stuff like that's nice. And then I guess the last thing, my angel fell. But anyways, the last thing that I wanted to talk about, which is my favorite thing right now, is emergency intercom. I love emergency intercom so much. Drew and Enya are so freaking funny. And funny story, I always think about this, not funny story, this is actually tragic, but I have emetophobia or whatever, which is the fear of throwing up. I have it really bad. And I guess I forget people throw up, but in one of the first episode I ever watched of Emergency Intercom was Enya and Drew, and they were talking about how Enya had gotten this food poisoning and how she was like so sick, throwing up and stuff. I was watching and I was like, girl, you get it, like, you understand, like, she's scared, but she went through that and she made it out alive, you know? Like, I don't know how to explain it. And literally ever since then, whenever I feel like sick or like nauseous, because I have gastritis, so I feel nauseous very often, and I just feel nauseous very often. I literally turn on that video and listen to it, and just like, I'm just like, wow, like, I don't know. They're just so funny, so beautiful, so understandable. I always watch that one video of Enya on her personal YouTube, where she's just sitting and talking about like changes in her life. I don't know, she just gets it. Like, I watch that video and I'm like she gets it. Like, I don't know, I watch that video very often. But Emergency Intercom, their podcast is just really good. I cannot explain to you one thing that they talk about in that podcast, but it's like really good. I love them so much. I can like go, I don't just know that I love them. I can't, like, I have not much to say about them, but I just really love them a lot. So yeah. And yeah, honestly, that's all the things that I've been really doing right now. Recently I've been having the urge to play Minecraft a lot, so after this video I'm actually going to get on Minecraft for a while. And then yeah, and I've also wanted to get back into ATEEZ and Boy Next Door, guys, because I love K-pop, but it seems like I just love K-pop a lot. Sorry, I love K-pop music. It's so good. And if you get it, you get it. You don't, you don't. But I haven't really been into it that much recently, like watching the content and stuff. And I've been thinking about them recently, and it makes me sad that I haven't been watching them. So that's also something I want to do. Oh, and the last thing I want to do, there's this book called Stay True Hwasu or something, and I really want to read that book a lot, because this girl I was watching I was just watching one day, she was talking about the book and it sounded really good, and lots of people have talked about it, and I read the description and it sounds good too. So I was planning on getting it from the library, like maybe like tomorrow or Sunday, but I have to garner the courage to go ask people how to find the book, because the library's huge and I don't know how I'm gonna chase down that book in the library, especially when I don't know what I'm even doing. But yeah, so yeah, I'm probably gonna read that book soon, start reading that book soon, and hopefully it is good, because I haven't read in a long time, and hopefully it's able to keep my attention, because I have a very short attention span. But anyways, yeah, so that's all the media that I've been into recently, and that I will keep being into for a very long time. So yeah, that's just, I don't know, it's just, that's my important media. That is it. And guys, don't let anyone tell you that you can't listen to the same things over and over again, or do the same things over and over again, because you could do whatever you want to do in your heart. Whatever.